And then there were three. We're now at the halfway point of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, with Sam and Bucky and some old friends hot on the trail of the Flag Smashers. But so is the Power Broker, and it looks like even John Walker might start breaking some rules to get what he wants. The longest episode of the show so far is packed with Marvel references and deep cuts, and even features a classic X-Men location. So let's see what we got. I'm Greg Elliott with Screen Rant, and here is every Marvel Easter egg and reference we caught in the third episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Everybody loves Marvin Gaye.
I like Marvin Gaye.
Steve adored Marvin Gaye.
As we saw at the end of episode 2, Zemo is back, and yup, they actually bust him out of prison, but not before Sam reminds Bucky and us of everything that Zemo did, including killing King T'Chaka of Wakanda and blowing up the UN. Zemo throws some old Winter Soldier trigger words at Bucky, which thankfully don't work this time around, and we then see him take full advantage of his Baron status, showing off his private plane, old car collection, and his shiny golden gun.
Oh yes, the man with the golden gun.
The MCU's helmet Zemo is strongly tied to Sokovia, so it's no surprise that he mentions that. He also name-drops the Red Skull before we finally see him put on the famous purple mask that he's known for in the comics. In the comics, purple was the traditional color of the Zemo family, and Zemo's father Heinrich used it as his mask during the Second World War, and his son Helmut later adopted it in his honor.
An empire toppled by its enemies can rise again, but one which crumbles from within, that's dead.
We also learn that Bucky is using Steve's actual notebook from Captain America the Winter Soldier before the group arrives in Madripoor, the fictional island lifted straight from X-Men comics, which makes it one of the first X-Men concepts to be reintroduced in the post-Fox era MCU. The Princess Bar is straight out of the comics as well, and while we can't be sure, the mysterious monkey face logo we see could be a nod to Hitmonkey, a Marvel assassin who's literally a macaque monkey. Marvel has successfully introduced some animal characters like Rocket Raccoon and Howard the Duck, but we'd be surprised to see Hitmonkey in the flesh, and it could just be that Madripoor's got a gang going by that name. Speaking of monkeys, Sam casually drops the name Skull Island, which is not a reference to the Monsterverse. There actually is a Skull Island in Marvel Comics, which was introduced all the way back in Daredevil number 12 in 1966.
You're taller than I'd heard. Smiling tiger.
Sam roleplays as Conrad Mack, aka Smiling Tiger, a fairly Z-level villain from the comics who's not really anybody special, but Dr. Wilfred Nagel is a bit more important, as one of the Project Rebirth scientists who experimented on Isaiah Bradley. And he also referenced his predecessor, Dr. Abraham Erskine, the scientist who created the first Super Soldier Serum and handpicked Steve Rogers in Captain America: The First Avenger. We also got the expected return of Sharon Carter, who helped Steve, Bucky, and Sam in Captain America: Civil War, but as a result was forced to go on the run, which is why she's now in Madripoor as an art dealer. But hopefully Sam will be able to get her name cleared so she can come back to the States.
You're not gonna move your seat up, are you?
No.
The MCU loves a good running gag, and that line was a direct callback to Civil War as well. And at the end of the episode, after Zemo takes them to one of his safe houses, it doesn't take Bucky long to spot a trail of Kimoyo beads, first seen in Black Panther, which lead him to Ayo, the second in command of Wakanda's Dora Milaje. It would seem that they haven't forgotten about Zemo killing their king, and it remains to be seen how they'll respond to the White Wolf working with him. We imagine we'll find out next week though, so make sure you come back to Screen Rant for more breakdowns of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all the best TV and movie news. I'm Greg Elliott, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.